NAIRA redesign. ISWAP terrorists stop farmers, fishermen in Lake Chad from paying in Naira currency, demands CFAs. Can you imagine? So the Naira redesign is having impact on terrorism already. Wow. So let's see how it's expatiated. Sahara reporters had reported that the Nigerian government announced its decision to redesign the 200, 500, and 1,000 Naira notes, which will begin is issuing in December and will cease to be legal tenders on January 31st, 2023. Following the Nigerian government's decision to redesign and reissue high denominations of the currency, the Shura Council of the Islamic State of West African Province, ISWAP, has banned the receiving of Naira from farmers and fishermen in Lake Chad's Tumbos region. Sahara reporters had reported that the Nigerian government announced its decision to redesign the 200, 500, and 1,000 Naira notes, which will begin its issuing in December and will cease to be legal tender on January 31st, 2023. It was gathered that the government decision and confusion had confused the ISWAP population in Lake Chad, Tombos region, and driven them away from bank branches where they would find it extremely difficult to convert their money into new currency notes. Hence, an intelligence source told Zagazola Makama, a counter-insurgency expert and security analyst in the Lake Chad region, that the insurgents were now receiving the West African CFAs, CFA francs, which they intended to replace the Nigerian Naira as the currency of trade in the area. The sources said that the terrorists had also banned all Nigerian fishermen, herdsmen, and farmers from sneaking into Lake Chad through Mate, Abadam, and Gamburu, Ngala to prevent the Naira from reaching the camps of the terrorists in the Lake Chad. Abian Umar and Malambana, the ISWAP militant commanders in charge of taxes and levies who imposed the ban, said the people were only allowed to come through safe routes established by the terror group through Bogaran, Sika, Guma, Matam, Doron Liman, and Ramin Dorina villages in Cameroon Republic. In exchange, ISWAP collect 1,500 West African CFA francs monthly taxes from the people who appear very willing to pay. They have also secured trade routes for merchants to enable them access foodstuffs, weapons, fuel, and other logistics. Can you imagine? So before now, these terrorists have established themselves around Lake Chad already. Meanwhile, Nigerian government and the Chadian government have not done anything strong to dislodge these people, especially the Nigerian side of it. Now, because the Nigerian government had decided to replace certain currencies of Nigerian notes, certain notes in the Nigerian currency, the Naira, the 200, the 500, and the 1,000. Now, these people, because they've started cash, now they don't know how they're going to change that cash to new notes. They are confused. And so the next thing is to stop the acceptance of these Naira notes, and now resorted to the use of CFA francs, right, CFAs, to be able to do their trade over there. And because they want to limit access to Naira as well, they also now ban traders and farmers and fishermen that are coming from Nigeria side to the zone or to the region to trade with Naira, to limit access to Naira. Can you imagine? in this same country that we are in. Terrorists are succeeding and the government is looking because they are their people. They don't want to do anything. They don't want to say anything. How can, in a country like this, terrorists are excelling? Meanwhile, innocent people are dying. The Buhari government, led by the Fulani jihadists, are not doing anything about it because it is their plan. They already planned to take over Nigeria using these people. Now the fight is not working because Nigeria is so multi-ethnic that and multi-religious that it is difficult to succeed all over the country at once. It's among themselves that are doing Islam. That is where these guys are staying. And are now trying to establish their government over there. They've taken over a lot of local governments in Borno State under the nose of Shetima that wants to be the vice president of Nigeria come 2023. Meanwhile, terrorists are thriving under them there and they can't do anything about it. This is unfortunate. This is unfortunate. And now, rather than curbing or helping to curb the insecurity there that this ISWAP group are causing, they are allowing them to spread their wings toward the middle belt and the south of Nigeria. This is also very bad. Terribly very bad. Terribly very bad. So the redesign of NAIRA is in a way beginning to have effect. Even though we're saying it's coming at the wrong time, and for the reasons they are doing it, we still don't believe them, but it's already creating impact. Yesterday, we saw how the South Tinubu Shetima supporters team, Tinubu Shetima supporters team came out to condemn the activities of the CBN governor, asking that he should be removed so that the CBN account can be audited. Are you sure this Shetima Tinubu supporters group are actually honest in their demand? Because these are groups that are known for moving cash, huge amount of physical cash across the country. All right? And are you sure that this is not initiated by Shetima? Because already the activities of the CBN to redesign the NAIRA, the ISWAP group in the Northeast are no longer succeeding, are no longer favorable with it. It doesn't favor them. So I see some kind of political undertone and some kind of tribal or religious selfish interest that is in that demand to remove Emefiele. Even though we have said Emefiele has overstayed that place, and he overstayed because he's doing their bidding. And on the other side, I was beginning to reason that the Emefiele is also doing that because, first of all, he intended, becoming president of Nigeria, and he did everything to prepare for the primaries. Unfortunately, the primaries did not go through successfully with him, so he decided to drop the idea of the primaries, becoming the president, and then went back to sit on his position as the CBN governor of Nigeria. So now, I'm sure this redesign of NAIRA is also to frustrate some of the efforts of these senior politicians that probably did not allow him to get his way through to becoming the president of Nigeria. So it's going to be another Cold War underground, under the carpet, I am sure. All right. So, but what we are seeing here is that already the changing of NAIRA, just like it happened in 1984-85 under the same Buhari and the Diagbon military regime, is also beginning to create effect, the same effect. People that have stacked cash in the house, they don't know what to do with the money. And I'm sure after the changing of the NAIRA, probably by January, we are going to see people bringing cash out of GP tanks, out of sockaway pits, out of rooms, out of boxes, out of coffins, out of caskets, everywhere. Money that they're not able to exchange. And then you begin to see them burning them. You understand? So in a genuine and sane country and sane environment, yes, you can do this to control the activities of terrorists. But in Nigeria environment where for everything that government is doing, there's a political undertone, there is selfish interest underlying, it is difficult to believe them, even when they're saying the truth sometimes. because they have made several promises in the past and failed. So let's see. ISWAP is no longer comfortable and they have stopped accepting NAIRA at the Lake Chad region around northeast of Nigeria there. That is from Borno State. That's the extreme end of Borno State there into Lake Chad. That is where that thing is happening. And the trade is going on there by terrorists, and Nigerian government cannot do anything there. Not talk of coming to inland to come and do something. It's quite unfortunate. So this is what is happening. Sahara reporters did their investigative journalism and discovered it and are sharing with us. I'm sure by tomorrow now, one person from Borno State will come and defend this, because that has become a terrorist region right now. That state has been conquered by terrorists, and there's nothing the Nigerian government can do about it because they are part of it. So thank you for listening, and let me also have your comment. Some people made a few comments here. Let me see what some people are saying. Some people said Gumi has told them to start demanding for foreign currency. Nigeria kidnapper will soon start to demand for ransom in foreign currency. So bad. All right. You see, so they're linking Gumi to it because Gumi has been the mediator between the terrorists and Nigerian government. And nobody has asked Gumi, why are you doing that? Where are these people? How do you know them? Where do you know them? You understand? So Gumi had told them, this is what the Mefiola and this is what government is doing. So stop accepting NAIRA. That is what this person is saying. All right? And somebody is saying God is going to disappoint all of them. All right? So the spiritual leader has advised them. That is why they now know what to do. Gumi's handwork at hand. So somebody is still blaming Gumi in these activities. Now, we have 3 presidents. 1 is Gumi, 2 is ISWAP leader, and 3 is Buhari. So we have 3 presidents in Nigeria. All right. Gumi's finger, we are getting closer. Can you imagine? So everybody is blaming Gumi. There's no smoke without fire. So there must be something around Gumi and these people. All right. Thank you for listening, and let me have your comment below.